Hey there, Ascension Pioneers. Hello. Welcome to a new environment. It's my room. Anyway, I wanted to go to bed tonight, but I just couldn't. There's just this wide owl-looking stare in my eyes, and I just couldn't. I just keep thinking about all these new things and things I want to say, and so many things that I'm pondering about, so many things that are flowing through my head. And just recently, I've been activated and triggered into this new, I don't know, new cycle, new feelings, just feeling so creative again, after such a long span of few months of challenges. And I feel now something is being birthed within me, and I will share things in a new way. And I don't want to do things, the old way. Everything, I look at my videos and I see I always keep recording in the same room or either outside, which is quite seldom these times because I don't have always someone who will record me. I want to do something. I want to capture my essence, which is not just what I see myself when I look at my videos sometimes, and it's not just a tiny fraction of me. And I was just thinking about this because I've been doing a lot of the spiritual insight thinking, and I've been thinking about variation of creation. And this was a short little article, little writing that I wrote last year, I think, that is so important, that has brought a great shift within me. And just something, that we keep doing things the old way. And oh, the date just shifted from 29th to 30th of August. So hey, I made this video in 2 different days. Wow. Anyway, I saw, and I was talking to this with my beloved, and I said, the image that I sometimes project in my videos is not exactly the whole me. It's just this tiny fraction. So sometimes I have a feeling, because I speak about certain things that are of more spiritual essence and emphasis, and I get to speak in a more serious matter. But in my personal life, it's just really not who I am. I mean, it's just a tiny fraction of me. I get to be very serious when I speak about the things that are of serious nature, but I also have other aspects of me that are very evolved, and probably most often I'm a goofy version of me, and I don't get to show this side to everyone. It's my family members and it's my beloved who gets to tolerate my jokes. He's becoming immune to them, I guess, over the span of these few months. And there's also this side of me that is very creative, and that is why I brought you forth here, because I really feel guided to show you another aspect of me that I feel it's kind of time. I just feel guided to do that. I don't know why. Must be a reason behind this, because I'm always guided to do things through divine guidance. But the thing is, I wanted to show you, this is like, I don't have like a sacred altar or anything. On the other side, there's my bed, our bed right now. It's a bigger bed that I got, but behind me I have this tiny little table, little desk with things that I do on my own with just some arts. You can call them arts. I don't know. I just call them, I don't know, my creations, my inspirations. So the last thing I made is this vase. I was pouring down last drips of maple syrup yesterday, and I thought to myself, you know what? I just won't throw away glass anymore, because I do those little tiny chandeliers with sacred symbols, like this, and with beads, and they have these symbols on them and the glitter, and when you put a candle in them, they like really glow in the color of the chandelier. And I have so many of them already for me. This one is very dear to me because it's the one that I made for my beloved. It has a sacred heart and the symbol of infinity, and it's all connected with the waves of spirit. But this last thing I made was kind of like a surprise, because I keep doing my chandeliers on these jars that I just keep getting in the stores, and I don't buy these things anymore because now we're making everything homemade, and which is very much better, so much better. But I was just pouring this maple syrup, and I decided, wait a minute, I could really paint everything, because my mom creates beautiful sacred soul mandalas, and I steal her colors and her paintbrushes, and then I do my own stuff. And see, I use these symbols. You see, you have the symbol of the sun and the symbol of a new path, new beginning. And here you have the symbol of union, like two coming together and one, and connected with the symbology. And I randomly, intuitively select the motives that I feel, and this is, of course, probably what I energetically need at that timing. Um, this is also the last of my chandeliers that I made recently. It's the beautiful blue color that I love so much. It's Sacred Heart again. And you know what I notice when I keep doing them? And this is also the symbol of, you can call it the twin flame symbol, but also the hand of God. I have this beautiful book of, I think it's called the hyperspace language, and I love some of these symbols, but mostly I just love to connect to myself and draw whatever comes forth. You know, that is best if we do it like that. And when I was counting, you know, I noticed that when I was counting these beads, I discovered, oh my God, there's 13 on each side, and I didn't even plan of how many. And you see, that is how guided we are. When we just do things from our soul, we just really anchor this awareness. And when we're in our zone, when we're in our element, you know, we are in our fraction of creation. And there's another beautiful thing that I do when I go to the beach. When I found these beautiful stones, I paint them, you know, stones that have little engraved things within them, you know, from the algae or, you know, from the salt and everything. And I create these beautiful stones. And I don't know, they just represent something so beautiful. And you see this, oops, this is my favorite color. It's fuchsia color of pink, shade of pink. And I decided to take all the 22 stones. These are the stones that are on this desk. I have many others, but these are all the stones that I picked up this year, this summer, on our summer holiday, and we picked them up together. And I only choose the ones, you know, that have this beautiful artistry on them. And then I decided to paint them in my favorite shades of pink and violet, and just to have them here in my room. And I don't know, you know, just sometimes I just feel so guided to do that. I don't have the reason why. Maybe one day they will, you know, be given to someone else. I don't know, but I just really trust my inner flow of what I create and what I am guided to create. But at this moment, I'm really guided towards this color of pink, and that is probably why I did this. You know, I don't know what it will serve for, maybe like a vase, although I really don't pick up flowers because I like them alive, not dead. I prefer live living energy than dead energy. But this is what I was recently creating, and that is why I said I'm still more in my holiday. I'm in a holiday mode, and the thing is also I've seen a few videos lately which I didn't do for so long, and I've seen that there are so many people now opening channels, doing videos, creating their own stuff, and I see that authenticity is really coming up to surface. As I said a while ago, that I feel myself, and many have told me this, like a guide for other guides, and it's true. And I feel that now this is opening up, the younger generation mostly, even the older one, they're all opening their YouTube channels. And what I see, what I recognize in this is we each have our own aspect, like this fraction, you know, like in spirit we are a fraction, a variation of creation, and also in the physical we have our fraction. For me, I'm very wide, I'm very broad in my knowing and awareness and what I like to talk and what I know about everything from diet to vegan to animals to the truth to environment, everything, you know. But I like to focus, I see in my mission and my purpose around deep spiritual matters revolving around creation and our source origin. I feel this is the larger part of my purpose, and this is what I'm actually really most excited about, and this is what my automatic writings are about. And lately I'm being guided, and through my friends and my beloved sister of light in Serbia, who keeps giving me tiny bits and portions of guidance that I should make a book. I should create all my automatic writings. I mean, put them together in one booklet. And I've been guided to do that since last year and made intent, but I guess it's all going to come out in divine timing, like always, because there's no time, right? Just divine timing. So many things, I think, for all of us, because we're opening up our channels. We're just being guided to do so many things at once, and sometimes we might ask ourselves, what are we, superhuman, you know? But yeah, we are. We came here, and we came here for not just one thing, to do so many things, you know. Like I've been learning how to make new desserts, like raw vegan desserts, new drinks, shakes, you know, smoothies and so on. And I've been so grateful to have all this time, because there's no time, but when you're in flow with something, it just keeps popping up. So when I've been seeing all the other people doing it, and seeing that no one has a channel that would be the same, no one has a webpage that would be the same, we all provide for something that is beneficial, essential, but yet so unique, you know. So many of us, but still we cover everything, from foods to vegan recipes to, I don't know, some people talk a lot about the nature of empaths and how to deal with relationships and so many things. But what I like most right now when I see what is provided there on YouTube is that people don't make so much any more videos, not just through, they put pictures, images, and texts, but they really come in front of the camera and speak on their own. And that is what is needed, because we also share a light through our body, our eyes, our face. The whole body is a vehicle and is that beautiful lighthouse that keeps sharing the light. And towards the end of this, I want to conclude with my short writing from last year about variation of creation, which I wrote and I still love so very much. And right now I would really love to read it to all of you. So here it goes. Variation of creation. Creation is a vast thing, even though it all emerges from one source of light, Father, Mother, God, and is all of the same love, unity, field, polarization. It is not all meant to serve the same purpose. Just like the creation is vast, so are these purposes, rays of origin and emergence from source. All equal, but not all the same. Without this vastness of variation, creation could not be so limitless and eternal. And even though it all serves the same source, it does not all serve the same purpose. That creates and causes the self within one. There is but one, but there is a multitude of selves. The brilliance of this is within the divine nature that makes up all consciousness. All matter and non-matter, the physical and non-physical. All is one great flow in the eternal dance of creation. So we all have our own I am. It's like our God extension, binding us to our God source, the prime creator of all, but we differ from one another in the purpose of our own divine extension. And only through knowing our own extension, our own purpose and intent within this oneness, we can truly feel and know God. So the closer we get to ourself, the closer we get to God. It's like imagining one eternal point of emergence, one single dot, and then multitudes of various kinds of rays extending from it. That is all us, different in our position, length, and extension, but all originating from the same dot. The source is us, but what we carry from the source and return to it makes us different and unique, yet all equally important for the existence of all creation and always interdependent. Know the self, your God self, know God, and then live it, become it, be it. So that was, with a lot of love, read from me to you, and I hope I got to share some of the insights from my life, which is not just the, hey there, Ascension Pioneers, and wave to you every morning or evening or wherever I am reporting to all of you with my new spiritual insights and guidance. Anyway, I hope that you have enough courage, because you need to be bold and take risks, to just say, I'm willing to risk everything and just step towards and into something that maybe I'm really not comfortable with, but I'm willing to do that. Because a lot of people say, oh, people do this already, so I don't want to do it. Yeah, they are, maybe, but not in the same way you are going to get to contribute to something grander, to the great melting pot that we all are. So you have to be very bold, and I hope you will be in the way you will share yourself, share your light, because 2012 is the year that we all get to step up and be the best versions of ourselves, and be daring enough to take the risk to really, like I say, risk everything. Even to be, some people say, I'm going to be ashamed in doing this, or I'll be judged, or, I won't get the money support. You know what? Just do what you love and do it with flow. And sometimes you might feel that you want to do something, but you have life restrictions that will keep binding you towards something else. But you know what? This is all still in your mind, and the more that you let go, the more you'll be able to do all of this, and all of your free time will also be the same as your working time, because in the higher awareness, there is no such thing as polarization between work and then your free time. All is one. Your life mission is who you are. You get to create and enjoy yourself, and at the same time, you are here to serve. And this is the way of the new. And I'm grateful, and I'm glad I invited you to my room. Stay connected, and much love to you all. I'll talk to you very soon. Bye.